Look at that double dragon lineup right there. That's what this team is all about. Kommo-o just takes 2 KOs, gets his boosts. And yeah, that just leaves Scizor. Interesting team. Oh, I forgot about the future sight. It didn't quite KO Kommo-o, but maybe a bullet punch will now. I forgot about the future sight. I'm recording this on the 30th of July, second last day of the month, in which VGC 2018 is a featured spotlight ladder on Pokemon Showdown. So, if ever I am going to build a team to try out in this format, well, it's today or tomorrow, and after that it's probably too late. Let's not wait until the very last minute, let's only get close to the very last minute. I think what I want to do here, I tried a lot of different Mega Pokemon over past streams and videos in this format. You can see a couple of them here. But there's still a lot of Megas that I haven't tried. Like, too many to fit in one Showdown box. This is all the Megas available in this format, so no Mewtwo and Rayquaza, minus the ones that have sample teams on this page. Even these ones down here that appear only once, I made sure to leave off of this list. And I think what I want to do is pick one of these, at least one of these, but usually you only have one Mega on a team, and see what I can do with it. And there are a lot of options, but I think there are a few specific ones that are of interest. First, when we think about competitive merit, probably the one with the most competitive merit here is Swampert. It gets Swift Swim. You can run it with Pelipper, click Earthquake next to your flying type. We've seen that do pretty well on the ladder. There are some others that have shown up on the ladder. I've gotten cooked a couple of times by Mega Aerodactyl. And once by Mega Beedrill, I think. We've seen Mega Camerupt show up on Trick Room teams sometimes. I also saw a Trick Room team with a Slowbro. I don't know whether it was Mega Slowbro. They didn't Mega Evolve it. I clicked by accident there, but it's fine. So those are fine starting points here. In terms of Megas that interest me for other reasons, Pinsir was my favorite Mega Pokemon when X and Y were brand new. I liked how much more it did for the design just to open up its shell and give it some wings. Aerolate is a fun ability. Back in Gen 6 Smogon Singles, Pinsir would set up a Sword Stance and spam Flying type Quick Attack. I think that I could probably guess why it's not good in this format, because that Flying type Quick Attack only goes so far into things like Tapu Koko, Celesteela, Charizard, Incineroar. Pinsir just has a lot of bad matchups that I think ultimately hurt it, but I would consider Pinsir just because I really like Mega Pinsir. Mega Ampharos is very fun and could play, or very fun design and could be fun to use on a Trick Room team. Mega Houndoom gets solar power, so I could run that on Sun and cook things. There's always Mega Latios, but I don't really have a specific idea for that one. Beedrill and Pidgeot are interesting as early game classic Pokemon. Mega Slowbro is a very funny guy. Mega Audino. I don't know what I would do with that, but it kind of stands out as kind of a weak Mega, so I'd be interested to see what I could do with it. Mega Glalie is another of my favorites, but I don't really have an idea for it. Mega Glalie could be funny to try to set up with Moody and then get going with Refrigerate. So let's narrow it down to those options. I don't think I want to use Blastoise, Alakazam, Gyarados, Aerodactyl, even though it's probably relatively good, Heracross, Aggron, Medicham, Bayonet. Bayonet could be fun with Prankster, but Absol, Latios, Garchomp, Lucario. I'm going to eliminate Beedrill and Pidgeot. I don't think they're making it all the way here. Steelix. I like Sceptile a lot. It's one of my favorite starters, but I'm not feeling it here. We can leave Swampert in for now. And then we can, I think, eliminate Altaria, but keep these three. We can take a closer look. The short list is not quite as short as I hope. So Mega Pinsir. That's a good base attack stat. It gets Sword Stance, right? Yeah. It gets Aerolate. The speed's not great, all things considered. And yeah, I think the worry with Mega Pinsir is just that it would be kind of a recipe for disappointment. Like, I would like to set up with Sword Stance and try to blast through teams with, you know, Return, Quick Attack, X-Scissor, probably some fighting coverage instead somewhere. Aerolate Feint is funny. Flying type Feint with a bit of a power boost, Breaking Protects. That actually If there is a niche for Pinsir, it might actually start with that. That could be fun, actually. Does Feint work in this generation the way that it does now? When Feint first was introduced in, I think, Gen 4, it failed if it wasn't clicked into a Protect, instead of just being a priority attack that breaks Protect like it is now. I would be counting on it working the same way. But again, I think Mega Pinsir, I might just end up frustrated if I use it. That's the worry there. Because it might just not work very well. Mega Ampharos could be fun. That's a very nice special attack stat. The speed is pretty good for Trick Room. It is faster than things like Torkoal, Camerupt, Snorlax. It's not an amazing Trick Room Pokemon. It'd probably be kind of matchup dependent. Although one thing I could do is run Mega Ampharos and Mega Camerupt on a Trick Room team maybe. And just bring one of them to different matchups. Because I think Ampharos... I actually think Mega Ampharos could be kind of fun into the faster teams with things like Charizard, Tapu Fini. Tapu Koko is a problem for it, but honestly, I could even consider a hidden power poison or something. And even in electric terrain, those electric attacks would hit Koko pretty hard, even though they're resisted. Mega Ampharos, I think, is the front runner for this spot right now. Mega Houndoom, speed is pretty good, special attack's pretty good. It gets solar power, nasty plot, heat wave. Does it get solar beam? I thought it did, but maybe not. Oh, it's down here and usually useless. It's an interesting idea, but I don't think it's the most interesting on this list. I think we can eliminate it. Mega Slowbro. That could be fun in Trick Room. Special attack's pretty good. It's very physically bulky, hard to take down. Mega Swampert. It's obviously strong. Base 150 attack with Swift Swim and Stab Earthquake is pretty crazy. Camerupt. That is a great speed stat for a Trick Room team. Glalie could be really funny. I think we can eliminate Gallade. I only included Gallade this far because it's one of my favorite Megas. But I don't really have an idea for it. Audino. Its stats went to Bulk. Its Ally Switch. Encore. Heal Bell, Heal Pulse. Helping Hand. It's a support Mega. I don't know that a support Mega really makes much sense. I mean, that's the knock on it, right? You want your Mega, given that you only get to use one in a game, you want it doing more than this. The Fairy typing is nice for Audino, but I don't think it's enough to save it. I think trying to make Mega Audino work could be interesting. I think what I'm more interested in is Trick Room. With Mega Ampharos, maybe also Mega Camerupt. It is tricky, right? Although Camerupt, it's not terrible before Mega Evolving. You probably could bring Camerupt to some games where you intend to Mega Evolve Ampharos. I don't think it works the other way. I might also try to whip up a Swampert Rain team. I might also try to whip up a really silly Glalie team. The plan here was just one team, but I'm not sure I have that much discipline in me. Let me look at what Trick Room teams look like in the samples. This is kind of why I kept the sample page open. I don't know that there's really any hard Trick Room on here, but we got the Cresselia Snorlax stuff that I know I like. This one's got Gothitelle and Snorlax, Mimikyu Snorlax. Those are your best Trick Room setters probably, right? Cresselia and Mimikyu and Porygon 2. None of these teams are really hard Trick Room, but these are the Mega Charizard Y teams, so... let me see what these Nihilego are running. Because I did see Trick Room Nihilego on the ladder at some point. This one by Leonard de Wobblefett Craft. Nope, it's just a fast Acid Spray Nihilego. That's fun too. Maybe I mean, I can't try every team, right? There's so many Charizard Y samples, but this one also looks very cool. Might be my loss that I didn't try it. Do like Nihilego. design-wise at least. Don't have much experience using it in competitive play. Here's one by Sean Worcester. It's just an Adrenaline Orb Nihilego. Here's one by Javier Valdez. Another Acid Spray Focus Sash set. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these teams just have a Trick Room mode with a good Trick Room setter and Snorlax. But I mean, I'm looking in the wrong place to find hard Trick Room, because you're not going to run that with Mega Gengar or Mega Charizard Y. Some of these Mega Gardevoir teams have Gardevoir setting Trick Room. All these teams have fast modes to them. Maybe hard Trick Room wasn't much of a thing in 2018, I don't know. I guess with so many fast, powerful Mega Pokemon, it makes sense to build around that and then maybe add a Trick Room mix-up if you want. I guess this is the hardest Trick Room team, and I tried this one on stream with the Mega Abomasnow. Araquanid. Porygon 2. Alright, so I'm not going to get a lot of inspiration from there, which is okay. I want to try Mega Ampharos. That's the one that's speaking to me most. I'm sure it's not optimal in this format, but given that I'm intentionally selecting for Mega Pokemon that I didn't use in any of the sample teams, where I tried every Mega that was featured at some point, we're not going to be getting the best ones here, but there are still some with potential. I think we're going to... I guess if I don't try Mega Pinsir, I'll never know. For sure. Alright, let's go. Let's pencil in Mega Ampharos. Mega Camerupt. I am kind of interested in trying both of them on the same team. Do they really complement each other? I mean, Camerupt is a Fairy Resist. It threatens Bulu, it threatens Koko. Doesn't really threaten Feeny, but Ampharos does by itself. Again, I can't Mega Evolve both of them in the same game, but... And Camerupt doesn't get Sheer Force before Mega, so it's definitely weaker. This might not work. If I drop one of them, it's Camerupt, and I keep Ampharos, I think. I need Trick Room. I need a Trick Room setter. The best ones seem to be Cresselia, Mimikyu, and Porygon 2. Porygon 2, I think, is kind of speaking to me with an Eviolite. Not really sure why it's speaking to me more than Cresselia is. Actually, maybe I want Cresselia for Skill Swap. Does it get that in this generation? It does. Get rid of Ampharos's ground weakness. Go on a Snorlax then? Belly Drum Snorlax loses to what? Celesteela? Maybe like Tyranitar. Celesteela is probably the main thing it loses to, right? So... what do Belly Drum Snorlax look like on these teams? Let's look at the Charizard Y team that I used. This one. Frustration, Earthquake, Recycle, Belly Drum. This team has cover for Celesteela in the forms of Charizard Y and Incineroar, which is probably more sound. But... I'm just trying to think what else beats Snorlax. Cresselia helps with fighting types. I could probably do Psychium Z, Shattered Psyche, like I've enjoyed so much, you know, into opposing kommo-o and stuff. Although Ampharos helps into kommo-o as well. I might not need it. Does need Trick Room. Maybe I don't have room for Skill Swap, but I think Skill Swap's a funny idea. I don't know. Camerupt is on thin ice here. It might not be long for this team. We'll see. Mega Ampharos, Cresselia, Snorlax. Tapu Koko is a threat. Taunt in general is a threat. Maybe I could run Mental Herb Cresselia if I don't need the Psychium Z. Can I look at Snorlax's signature Z move? Showdown's not going to show me any info on it. I don't think it's worth it, but it's a funny thought. Sorry, I'm doing phone Bulbapedia. .210 base power. Has to hold a Snorlium Z. That's probably... The underlying move is Giga Impact. I mean, not being able to hold a berry is probably the fatal flaw, right? Yeah, turns out I still don't know how to build in this format. Let's say... Let's pretend that Camerupt isn't here. Let's say I start with these three. What else do I need? Tapu Bulu, honestly, could be a threat. Well, look who it is. I don't want too much dead air here. All these Trick Room teams in the samples, they have fast modes that go crazy and disrupt. Okay, I need something to give cover to set up the Trick Room. If I'm going this hard on Trick Room, I probably need another Trick Room setter. Maybe I don't. What gets Trick Room? I could honestly run Odd No. Probably not Mega, but just like regular Odd No. That's an option. There's always Nihilego. There's always Stack Attack, huh? Stack Attack can set Trick Room and can give me cover into opposing Trick Room teams because it's slower than basically anything. That's probably what pushes Mega Camerupt out of the team, which I think I'm okay with. This all feels kind of redundant though, doesn't it? Maybe Snorlax is just not a hard Trick Room mon. What kind of synergy do Ampharos and Stack Attack I have? They're both weak to ground. Does Ampharos cover for things that beat Stack Attack? Some. Not super smoothly. Actually, Cresselia has better synergy with Stack Attack, I think, defensively and also offensively. I don't know. I'm losing the plot. Yeah, maybe this is just not the way. Skill swap Cresselia with Mega. What about Tapu Fini? I can't believe I did that again. I meant Tapu Lele. I don't know why I keep getting those two names wrong specifically. Does it get Trick Room? It does not. But it does stop priority into... I don't know that that's really important here, though. I don't think Tapu Fini is... I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. I don't think Tapu Lele is the answer. Let's go back to basics here. Sample teams. What threatens Mega Ampharos? Venusaur threatens Mega Ampharos. So does Tapu Bulu. So does Tapu Koko to an extent. So does Landorus. Oh, I could use Melodic to help deal with Incineroar and Landorus. That's an option. Aegislash. Koko, Bulu, Venusaur, Landorus. Those all threaten Mega Ampharos. Snorlax to an extent. Right on, yeah. Mimikyu. Snorlax, Rhydon, Mimikyu. Gastrodon. Tyranitar. Koko, Bulu, Snorlax, Mimikyu, Gastrodon, Tyranitar. Turn Conkeldurr. This is not a whole meant to be a coherent team. I'm kind of just slapping things together at this stage. Landorus. Also cover Landorus with Ice Beam. I can run Hidden Power Ice, but I'm not sure I'll have room for it. But I might have room for it. Ampharos. Maybe Snorlax doesn't fit here. I think Snorlax needs the team to enable it a little bit more to have room for setup. It doesn't feel like a hard Trick Room Mon. It feels like a team that has a Trick Room mode Mon. Much as I have enjoyed using it in this format, you know I really have. I think Melodic is reasonable with Stakataka and Ampharos. Because Landorus is a huge threat. What did I put Conk here? I don't remember. What gets Bullet Punch? That ought to help into Mimikyu. Hypothetically. I could run Hariyama. I could run Hariyama. Oh, I could run Hariyama. I could run Hitmontop. Intimidate. Wide Guard. Fake Out. Yeah, I could run Hitmontop. Okay, I want stabs on Ampharos. I don't know what else. Stakataka would want Trick Room, Rock Slide, Gyro Ball, TBD. Sometimes one of those sample teams has a Stakataka with only 3 moves. Melodic would want Muddy Water. Doesn't get Muddy Water in this game. What does it get? Are there any Melodic teams here? This one. Scald. Oh, it gets Scald. Okay, Scald's pretty good. I can think about working in some ice coverage. Probably Ice Beam instead of Icy Wind if I'm running Trick Room. That potentially frees Cresselia from running Icy or from Ice Beam. I could just run Incineroar as my last Pokemon. Maybe I don't need Hitmontop though, and I can reconsider something like Hariyama if I'm running Incineroar. That means I have no fast threats. Are there screens in this format? Does anything run screens? We're on Clefairy. That's not screens, but it also helps keep its teammates alive. looking for screen setters. Where would I likely find them? Nothing's jumping out at me here. Team has a Togedemaru on it. I don't think I noticed that one before. Oh, there is a Mega Swampert in the samples. My bad, I missed that one. I might have to get a game with that. Reflect. Oddno's back on the table. Bronze. Oh, Bronzong is an option. Left key. Meowstic. Nihilego. Nihilego could be good, actually. It's fast. It offensively threatens a few of the Pokemon that give me trouble. I might want Nihilego without screens. That might just be the Pokemon that can help me find openings here. I could run Tapu Fini instead of Melodic. I wouldn't probably want screens on that. It just crossed my mind as an option because it's here on this list. Moonblast, Muddy Water. Maybe Zed Move. Maybe. This could be my Zed Move user. Cresselia, Stakataka, Ampharos, Fini. I'm still a little iffy on Hitmontop. Might rather have Incineroar. Is there anything like this in the samples? Not really, huh? Okay, so this team is built on Ampharos and Stakataka doing damage under Trick Room. Set by Stakataka or Cresselia. I want to create openings to set Trick Room. I have Hitmontop, or I might change it to Incineroar. I could use fast offensive threat that commands attention. I honestly could run kommo-o as my fighting type. Zed move kommo-o, that draws out the opponent's fairies, and then Stakataka can feed on them. Makes things a little bit awkward for Ampharos, because it doesn't feed on the opponent's fairies. But I could do Zed move kommo-o and like Incineroar. That leaves kommo-o kind of out to dry, right? Everyone's just gonna bring their fairy types when they see kommo-o. But again, the fairy types then are meant to be food for Stakataka. Tapu Fini can kind of be food for Ampharos. All this depends on me actually getting Trick Room set up. But if I did like Cresselia, kommo-o, is there a Cresselia and kommo-o team in here? Does that duo make sense together? Cresselia. Doesn't look like it, huh? I feel like there's something here. I mean, this started as a Mega Ampharos team, but I feel like there's something here with kommo-o drawing out everyone's fairy types and that creating openings for Stakataka. Really do feel like there's something to that. And then I have Tapu Fini for my fairy type balancing things out. Stakataka sets Trick Room. Stakataka has issues with like fighting types. Celesteela. I have Tapu Fini for that. Ampharos beats Celesteela. Does Ampharos really do that much? It kind of feels like Ampharos is getting squeezed out of its own team now. The idea of using kommo-o to draw out everyone's fairies is a little awkward when the team is built around another dragon. But it feels like there's something here. What about Charizard Y? Ampharos beats Charizard Y. There we go. I see a Charizard Y team. Probably I do something like this. Go for the Trick Room. Honestly, this is not the worst idea I've ever had. I think it's worth giving a shot. Kommo-o gets a Z move. I could still give Z move to Tapu Fini because I don't know how often I'm clicking kommo-o Z move. Oh, it needs what? Clanging Scales. What does kommo-o run? I used a kommo-o team at some point early on here. Where was it? Oh, these Mega Gengar and kommo-o teams. I was using these. Kommo-o baits out the fairies for Mega Gengar. Clanging Scales, Focus Blast, Flamethrower, Protect. I remember I liked that one. I remember thinking it was awkward when my kommo-o didn't have fighting coverage. I could consider a Waterium Z on this, or I could run a Broken Berry. Like an Aguav Berry. But I don't know that I have room for, like, Calm Mind on this team. This team kind of wants to just attack. What does Waterium Z actually do for me? Helps clear up ground types, which are trouble for a fair bit of the team. What moves does Tapu Fini run? Do I happen to have a Tapu Fini team open already? I could always go to Melodic. What does Tapu Fini run in this format? I'm really recording my first ever time building, not this one because I know it's a Psych Upset. Building for VGC 2018 is pretty awkward, huh? This one has Icy Wind. I mean, Icy Wind is probably good utility to have, even if you don't think you'll click it much. Calm Mind, Moonblast, Hydro Pump, Protect. This one with Fairium Z. I mean, I just do Calm Mind, Muddy Water, Moonblast, Protect. I do like the Broken Berries. Probably want one on Stakataka. Probably want one in Cresselia. Maybe even Incineroar. Although, I think Assault Vest Incineroar could be good on this team. It's not like it gets Parting Shot in this format anyway. Fake Out, Knock Off, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, probably something like that. I don't think I need kommo-o to be my only Z move user, because I don't know how much I'm really leaning on kommo-o to win games for this team. I think Tapu Fini being able to hit hard one time is is good. I'm questioning how much I need the water coverage. I guess getting rid of Incineroar. I guess being able to just nuke Incineroar with it is pretty valuable. Because otherwise that can pivot around, cause trouble for stack attack. This can have a Figgy Berry. This can have an Ayapapa Berry. Doesn't really matter. Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse. I could do Volt Switch. Or I could do like Hidden Power Ice. I think I'm good with Hidden Power Ice. Protect. Skill Swap, Psychic, Trick Room. Probably don't need Ice coverage on it now. I could do Ally Switch. Or just Protect. Probably Protect is best, right? Ally Switch, funny. This can have Protect. Do all the moves. Am I gonna do EVs on recording? EVs are so boring. I'm probably just gonna do like that for a lot of the team, right? What's the name of the nature? This one? Bop. Bop. Alright, let's do the easy ones. Is the IV already set to 0 because I'm running Gyro Ball? I don't know what to do with the rest of these. There are probably some hits to calc for and stuff. I could just copy other people's spreads. Like... that Cresselia spread right there. It's modest because it wants to use Shattered Psyche into opposing kommo-o and stuff. I don't need... Oh, this one's actually max special attack Cresselia. I don't think I need that the way I've built this. Probably. What are others running? There's a Cresselia without a Snorlax. Alright. Oh, I forgot about Helping Hand. I could run Helping Hand instead of Ally Switch. Anyway, I can just copy this Cresselia spread. Calm Nature, 244, 8, 156. 244, 8. Yeah, I said 8. It's 108, isn't it? 56. Calm Nature. Beanie. This is just modest. Max HP, max special attack. This one is bulkier. This one is bulkier. This one I don't know what these speed benchmarks in particular are for. Alright, I'm just gonna load up on HP and special attack. It's fine. Kommo-o. I guess it's worth seeing what kind of speed investment those have. This one's 252. EVs, neutral nature. This one's pretty close to that, not quite all the way there. Alright. I'm just gonna do this. They all seem to run modest. Incineroar. Assault Vest Incineroar. I don't know, dude. Where do I even start to figure out Incineroar sets? Here's an Assault Vest Incineroar. I'll just copy this spread. Adamant. Interesting. $172, $116. have no idea what any of these numbers are for. $60, $140, $20. Welcome to team building. That doesn't add up. Because I put too many here. Welcome to team building with Slowpoke. This is higher effort than the stuff I usually do where I just cut out the EV spreads and they're mostly just 252, 252. This team probably sucks, but hey, it's my first attempt at building in this format. Let's see how it goes. Fair enough. Guess you do have to adjust that. Oh. Javies don't allow for this even with... Okay, so there's... I probably need more speed, right? I don't think I can have 0 speed. I don't know what value I can have, though. I don't have to just trial and error this, do I? Is there a way to check this on Showdown? I guess the 0 attack could also be an issue. Let me see if I can Google this. Ice, 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 ice. It's ice. There it is. Okay. Alright, odd attack, 30 speed. There's probably something more optimal, but if so, it's not in this list that I'm looking at right now. Alright, we got Blaziken, Bisharp, Primarina, Tapu Bulu, Zapdos, and Cresselia. Oh, here we go. I'm nervous. First game of VGC 2018 with a silly team I built myself. They have 2 fairies. I don't know if I can just lead Stack Attack into this. Let's try leading Cress. I'm gonna try. Let's try leading Stack Attack at kommo-o. That's kind of what I envisioned for this team. Basically this mode. Bisharp, Primarina. I'm just gonna go straight for Trick Room. Primarina can focus on one of my threats, but not both at the same time. And honestly, I'll pivot out to Tapu Fini. Ironhead that. They throw off a Z move immediately. It's Oceanic Operetta. That's going to knock out Stack Attack. I never get Trick Room this game. I only brought 1 Trick Room setter. Okay. Well, that's rough for me. I don't even want to... I was going to say Terrasilize. I don't even want to Mega Evolve here because I just become weak to the Primarina. Go Bulu. Yeah, so this concept didn't really... Not off to a good start, is it? Let's see if I can get rid of this Bulu. Sucker Punch Ampharos doesn't do too much. I just realized I didn't choose Ampharos's ability before Mega, but I think Static is probably what I would rather have, right? That's fine. There's Blaziken. How do I not just lose to their Fini in the back? I'm gonna preserve the Ampharos, I guess, and... Honestly, let's see if I can just Z-move the Blaziken. It might even protect this turn. to get a speed boost. If Mega evolves, it just Rock Slides. I get the Z move next. Outspeeding the paralyzed Bisharp. Knock out Blaziken. That might have been a little overkill. Bisharp's fully paralyzed. Primarina's here. Kommo-o is pretty bad, basically, for the rest of this game. But I do outspeed Primarina, and I can go for an attack into Bisharp. Kommo-o outspeeds Primarina. I'm not confident that Feeny does. Let's see if I land a Focus Blast. That would be pretty cool. Sucker Punch Feeny. I miss Focus Blast. There's Kommo-o. Honestly, landing that Focus Blast might have solved this game. What can you do? Can Thunderbolt Primarina and maybe paralyze that too? Nope. Alright. I guess I lost to Primarina there anyway. Alright, let's get another one. Rain. Perish Rain. I'm a Wolfhead. I get worried when I see Perish Rain. Got Incineroar and Amoonguss too. This might literally be a Wolf Glick team. It wouldn't surprise me. They're not great into Kommo-o though. I mean, Kingdra's a threat. But if I lead Incineroar Kommo-o, I can fake out Kingdra. How do I get Trick Room up then? Also, no, I'll try that. There's no also. I guess I could bring Cresselia and Ampharos. Or maybe I need Feeny to shut down their Spore. I guess I kind of want to bring all of my Pokemon to this game, and I can't really do that. If I bring Feeny, I never get Trick Room this game, but honestly, Ampharos might not need it in this matchup. I'm going to do Cresselia Ampharos. We'll see. We're experimenting here. It is Kingdra Politoed lead, so that means I can fake out Kingdra and Clangorous Soul Blaze immediately. That's what I brought this lead to try to do. I do just get the Clangorous Soul Blaze. So goodbye Kingdra. Lots of damage on Politoed too. What does it go for? Scald into Incineroar. Okay. Good damage. Can't burn. Not amazing damage because I have the Assault Vest. Here's Gothitelle. They haven't Perish Sung. I don't think Gothitelle gets Fake Out in this generation, so I think I can just Clanging Scales and knock off into Politoed. They protect Politoed. Could have knocked off Goth. But I thought they might prioritize the Perish Song that they seem to be playing toward. They said Trick Room. Okay. Now the Perish Song is pretty free, except they still have to let Politoed take a hit. Or two. They Psychic Kommo-o. Knock off their Berry so they don't get the recovery. They never get the Perish. They just go for a Scald that doesn't knock out Kommo-o. Politoed's KO'd. They're down to their last two Pokemon. Even if the Mega Gengar is perished, they don't want to click it now. Also, they set Trick Room for me, and I can knock off their Mega Gengar. I can't remove its item, but it still will take damage. It being faster than Incineroar is kind of nice for me here. Pop. I didn't bring a Trick Room setter, but they set Trick Room for me. There goes Gengar. And that's GG. I won this one with just Kommo-o and Incineroar. Two pretty broken Pokemon in this format, but I didn't get Ampharos onto the field. So we can see how this team is not great, right? But I do think I've learned some things playing this format for the first time ever over a few streams and videos. And by the way, that is all the 2018 I've played. I haven't been playing it off recording at all. Landorus, Kartana, Incineroar, Gengar, Feeny, Togedemaru. Is that the team that I spotted here? Doesn't look like it is. Okay. I get my Trick Room up against this. Togedemaru is actually a nightmare for Mega Ampharos, huh? Mega Ampharos has nothing to do good damage into it. Probably his Lightning Rod. Oh, Ampharos is Mold Breaker when it Mega Evolves. So Lightning Rod won't stop it, but it's still resisted. Feeny, that's their only fairy. Can I do kommo-o, Cresselia lead? Can I play it kind of like I wanted to play that first one? Cresselia, kommo-o, Ampharos. Does that mean I bring my own Feeny instead of stack attacka? So I have something to switch kommo-o out to turn 1, or do I just let kommo-o go down? Or do I just protect, attack, get Trick Room attackers in? I'll bring Feeny. Feeny's pretty good into a lot of their team. It does make the Kartana more dangerous, but Kartana's kind of a threat to stack attacka too. They lead Gengar and Feeny. They can trap kommo-o on the field immediately if I let them, and I'm not really eager to bring in my own Feeny because Gengar can Sludge Bomb that, unless I do it here. They don't do that because they're worried about the kommo-o, and then I get Trick Room up. They protected Gengar. They Calm Mind with their Feeny. That's a threat for sure. But the upside for me here is that I have damage available into Gengar. I can Psychic. I can Hydro Vortex if I want. I'm probably okay to just Calm Mind. They switch Gengar out. Okay, just as well that I didn't go all in on attacking that slot. I get a Psychic Special Defense drop into Togedemaru. Their Feeny's setting up with Calm Mind, so is mine. Who knows what's going to come of that. I don't love... This is all I have going on the field right now, though. And actually, Tapu Fini is a big threat to my team because I have these two Dragon types and not really any great Fini answer. That's something I didn't properly cover for in the builder. I think it's just a Calm Mind battle from here, annoying though that is. Take out. Honestly, didn't remember that Togedemaru gets that. I have a huge advantage now over my Feeny. I don't even have a berry on it. At least I didn't attack the Togedemaru when it turned out to be spiky shielding. But yeah, my Feeny has one attack left in it. I guess I just want to get damage on their Feeny. I'll take what damage I can on Togedemaru here as well. Actually, I think Muddy Water is just better. Can maybe get an accuracy drop into their Feeny. And then it's the last turn of Trick Room. I was going to say I'm setting up for Ampharos to hopefully beat Feeny. I missed the Muddy Water into Togedemaru. That's not the end of the world. It is actually pretty bad. Who's coming in? Gengar. That can just take a KO, right? But, I mean, I Trick Room or I lose, I think. I have one play here. Doesn't KO. I get the berry. I get another Trick Room. Thanks to broken Gen 7 berries. I can fish for another accuracy drop into their Feeny, or maybe a KO into Togedemaru this time, and get the KO on Togedemaru. That's good for Ampharos in the back. They finally knock out my Feeny. I get Ampharos now. This is a +2 special defense. I'll double into it, just for a little extra insurance. I guess I didn't cover more for Feeny. Okay, we get the KO, nice. I guess I didn't cover more for Feeny because I just figured Mega Ampharos under Trick Room could beat it, but it does make for some tricky positions. This looks pretty free, though, from here. Nice! Forfeited. GG. Alright, yeah, so the team it's not amazing, but it's holding up better than I feared it might. There are some flaws, but it's kind of okay, I think. Is there anything I can do to improve my Feeny matchup? I would need a grass type, right? I'd probably have to drop Incineroar for a grass type. There's no Rillaboom in this game. I would use Rillaboom in a heartbeat. Honestly, Chestnut might not be the worst idea. Or I can just say this is the team, and my Feeny matchup is hit it hard with Ampharos and Trick Room. So be it. I'll play at least a couple more games. I spent so long building this, I might as well get my time's worth, right? This person might have a Mega Alakazam, which is a Mega that I don't think I've seen on the ladder before. They definitely have a Wobbuffet, which is... Whoa, that's not a Pokemon I'm used to thinking about in VGC. What do I do about this Wobbuffet? That's actually pretty scary. What's Wobbuffet's speed? It's slow. It could actually kind of wreck me in Trick Room. Oh, Stack Attack is slower. It's still... Wobbuffet's still a threat in Trick Room, though, because it gets Encore. They don't have any fairies. They have steals, but they don't have any fairies. Kommo-o. Kommo-o Stack Attacker or Kommo-o Cresselia. I could even do Kommo-o Incineroar. Because a lot of these don't want to be intimidated, and Alakazam doesn't want to be knocked off. I think Kommo-o Incineroar is okay. I guess I'll bring Stack Attack and Ampharos in the back, but yeah, I don't really know what to expect here. Alakazam, Scizor. Both of their Pokemon that can Mega Evolve are here together. Alakazam gets Inner Focus, right? I don't know whether it runs it in this format. I don't know whether I can fake it out, is what that works out to. But I guess I'm pretty safe to click Protect and Knock Off. They Mega Evolve the Scizor. Is it Magic Guard Focus Sash Alakazam? Probably not, because it just got one shot. Life Orb Alakazam. It was not Mega Alakazam. With Magic Guard, or with Life Orb, they're probably also running Magic Guard, so I probably could have faked it out. They bring in Wobbuffet, which... I mean, I'll just Flamethrower Scizor. I don't want to be... Oh, you can't be locked into Z moves anyway, can you? Okay, I'll just Clangorous Soul Blaze. They could Mirror Coat. Alright, I'll Flamethrower Scizor and knock off Wobbuffet. They switch to Mungus. That doesn't really like to be Flamethrowered either. They can counter. Shell Bell Wobbuffet, that's silly. They do counter, but Wobbuffet takes a lot of damage. I get Mega Ampharos here. It's actually faster than these, and it probably beats Mega Scizor too. Now I can Clangorous Soul Blaze, and I can Mega Evolve and just Dragon Pulse whoever's left. Look at that double dragon lineup right there. That's what this team is all about. Kommo-o just takes 2 KOs, gets his boosts. Yeah, that just leaves Scizor. Interesting team. Oh, I forgot about the Future Sight. It didn't quite KO Kommo-o, but maybe a Bullet Punch will now. I forgot about the Future Sight. That's pretty cool. Interesting team by my opponent, but some of the text didn't really hit, I think. I'm pretty sure Ampharos just wins from here, but I also still have full health Stack Attacka in the back. Stack Attacka in the back Attacka. You don't see any of these Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet VGC. The Iron Head, Ampharos, it's not very effective. GG. I get at least one more game and then see how I feel. My team's pretty silly too, but yeah, theirs was really something. That Future Sight was kind of exciting though. Imagine if that had knocked out Kommo-o. It almost did. Just as I was feeling set up and ready to go. I mean, Kommo-o had just taken 2 KOs, so it was kind of too little too late. But it would have been pretty exciting to see. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to find an opponent. The 2018 ladder can be like that, and it is about to go away, so maybe there are fewer people playing. I don't know. This is a scary team. Charizard, Venusaur, Hydreigon. Surely Charizard Y on this team to get the Venusaur going. Tapu Koko. Braviary. Alolan Persian. It's a scary team, but it's a fast team, so if I can get my Trick Room, That might be easier said than done. I wouldn't mind leading Incineroar, except the Braviary with Defiant is a problem. I could maybe get away with leading Cresselia Stakataka and at least keeping my opponent guessing which one will click the Trick Room. That could be a funny idea. I also could lead Ampharos. Ampharos, it can be put to sleep, but it's strong into Charizard and Venusaur if they try anything with those two, and strong into Braviary. I'm going to try Ampharos Cresselia lead with Stakataka and Feeny in the back, but I don't know how this is going to turn out. A Dragon Persian. See, yeah, this is kind of what I was worried about. That this is very threatening into what I've brought. I'm just going to double... I don't know, Protect from Cresselia. Alright. I'm just going to start attacking and try to set Trick Room. I did say I think I said that Protect would probably be more sound than Ally Switch, but here we are. At least I knocked out the Hydreigon. That's a big offensive threat to Cresselia off the board, but Cresselia is taunted now. It can only click Psychic unless I switch it out. It might be worth switching Feeny in for Cresselia here. I might be throwing Ampharos away, but I'll just go for a Thunderbolt, see what I can do here. A Heat Wave, Ampharos takes it thanks to that Dragon typing. Persian goes for Foul Play and Ampharos knocks it out. Yeah. Yeah, and I can't safely set Trick Room as long as the Persian is here. I'm gonna go Stakataka. Protect. Moonblast Persian. They could have Solar Beam on Charizard, and that's probably just GG. It protects. Okay. They taunt Stakataka, but I covered for that. Moonblast doesn't KO. Alright. Well. What EVs do I have on this Feeny? I think it's... Is it max special attack? Yeah, alright. So, there wasn't more to be done there. Just Rock Slide, because I'm probably getting taunted anyway. Moonblast. There's the Solar Beam. They did have it. The good news is Stakataka should knock out Charizard here, hopefully, still after a parting shot. But there's Venusaur. I never got Trick Room up. I do knock out Charizard. Thanks to a crit. Cresselia can beat Venusaur, potentially, but it can never beat Persian. If they're smart, they'll Sleep Powder Cresselia here. Yeah. Stakataka is my only answer to Persian, and it's not a great one. And I can put it to sleep now. Maybe I can sneak a Trick Room by them before it's too late, but that's a tall order. They taunt Stakataka, now I can't protect it. Cresselia woke up immediately and clicked and got Trick Room. That was my win con. Oh my god, I did not deserve to win this, but it might happen. Persian's gone. That's all I needed to win with Cresselia from there. They knock out Stakataka, but it's too late. Okay, if Cresselia doesn't wake up that turn, then I just get crushed this game. I was behind the whole time, but very lucky at the end there. Let's get one more. Oof. Tricky format for sure. And it's super interesting and a lot of fun to pick it up all these years later and see what's different. And yeah, this team looked very different. I mean, the original concept in my head was just Mega Ampharos and Trick Room, try to blast things. This team looked very different from what I was originally envisioning, and I'm sure there are ways to make it better, but a lot of them probably involve dropping Mega Ampharos, and I wanted to use a Mega that wasn't in the sample teams. And so here we are. Any gamers on the ladder? Any gamers? Surely there are some gamers. If no gamers, then how game? Doesn't add up to me. Well, while I wait for a gamer, I should, before I wrap up the video, where is it? Use the Mega Swampert team. I missed that there was a Mega Swampert team in the samples. I've gotten an opponent. But yeah, I'll do that one next. One game. Alright, Salamence. This is so scary. This team is so scary, but again, so fast. Is it Taunt Coco? Otherwise, they might have trouble denying Trick Room. Salamence, Landorus, Coco, Nihilego, Kartana, Volcarona. I'm also reasonably confident now that the Trick Room Nihilego I faced the other day was an outlier, and they don't usually have that, so it probably can't reverse my Trick Room. If I get Trick Room up here, I think this is the kind of matchup I wanted, with Ampharos, Stakataka, maybe even Feeny going crazy. The challenge is getting the Trick Room up. I think I want to lead Kartana, but or Cresselia. I think I want to lead Cresselia. Cresselia and Incineroar could be good, because I can fake out a threat and get the Trick Room up pretty safely. That means that I have to compromise on bringing these three. I don't think I need Stakataka. Maybe I do. That Rock Slide is great into Salamence and Volcarona. Maybe I don't need Feeny. I have Hidden Power Ice on Ampharos. Alright, let's do that. Let's do Cresselia, Incineroar, Stakataka, Ampharos. They lead Kartana and Coco. So that's good, right? I get intimidated into Kartana immediately, I can fake out Coco, and I can go for Trick Room. They can't even taunt Cresselia with Coco, at least this turn. Oh, that was a scary misclick. Did you see that? I accidentally targeted my own Cresselia. Oof, alright, there's Volk. There's the fake out. There's the Trick Room. Now, I think I'd like to... I think I'd like to just Psychic Coco and U-turn. Get Ampharos in, hopefully safely. Heat Wave. Do too much. Zed move, what is it? Gigavolt Havoc into Ampharos. Well, it was into Incineroar. Ampharos does survive, but it took a lot of damage this turn. Here's where Helping Hand would be nice on Cresselia. So either Helping Hand or Ally Switch would have been more useful, or either Helping Hand or Protect would have been more useful than Ally Switch, I think. That's good to know. Psychic does not KO the Coco. Man, Ampharos might not get to do much in this game, which is a problem, because I actually kind of need it to beat Landorus, I think, if they brought that. But I do KO the Coco with Thunderbolt. They go Heat Wave. Ampharos survives, thanks to the Dragon typing. Burn Cresselia. There's the Mence. They might Protect and KO Ampharos. I think I just have to hope that they don't. I was a bait. They switched to Kartana. That still takes a lot from Hidden Power Ice. They didn't bring Landorus, which is good because I'm losing Ampharos here. But Kartana having all that damage on it means they can Protect through this, but I can get Stakataka in. If they don't have Protect on something, then this Rock Slide gets pretty interesting. They go Salamence, they get Intimidate. They Protect Volk. But Salamence now takes... It is -1 Rock Slide, but it's still Rock Slide into Salamence. And it takes Psychic, which crits. Lucky me. I think my play here is go back to Incineroar. I think my play here is Trick Room, switch to Incineroar. If they knock Cress out before I get the Trick Room, then I can fake out and set Trick Room with Stakataka. Getting Intimidate into Kartana is nice. Stakataka is here. Kartana runs Sacred Sword, so I think I have to fake it out. I'd rather fake out Volcarona because the Heat Wave is a threat. Stakataka is at full HP. It can probably take a Heat Wave, right? I don't know the calc. I'm going to fake out Kartana. They actually just switch out to Salamence, so that works out perfectly. They get another Intimidate. This time I can't get rid of it. But what I can do is get my Trick Room back up. Rock Slide. Nobody on this team wants to take a Rock Slide. I'll Flare Blitz the Kartana slot. I think Stack Attacker just sweeps from here. They've taken so much damage on all their Pokemon. There's Volk. They'll get another Intimidate into Stack Attacker, but yeah, I mean, that Rock Slide KOs Kartana. I don't even really need Incineroar to do anything anymore, but I still have it. So if this -1 Rock Slide misses, or -2 Rock Slide misses or something, I still have -2 knockoff into 9% silence. I actually do miss the Rock Slide for the knockoff KOs. Incineroar closing this out for this team. And yeah, there we go. That was my first take on building a VGC 2018 team. It came out looking a little silly, but I was worried that I'd lose like every game on the ladder with it, and that is not what happened. It's a fun concept. I wouldn't take it to a regional if this format somehow returned, but I certainly enjoyed it. And a little bit of bonus content at the end. I'm still curious about a couple of these ideas. Maybe I'll tack more onto this video, maybe I won't, but I certainly will get a game with Mega Swampert, because I missed that was in the samples. So I'm going to get... maybe I'll play more than one game if this doesn't go the way I want, but what I want to do is get just one game and just go for my rain mode with Mega Swampert. I've used Mega Salamence before. It was on the first team that I used in this format. I should take a closer look at what I'm using, huh? Ludicolo, Waterium Z, Fake Out, 4 attacks, counting Fake Out as an attack. Fake Out, I guess, is more of a utility move, but it's technically an attack. Scald, Helping Hand, Encore, Damp Rock, Politoed. Mega Salamence, which I'm probably not bringing to this game. I guess depending on the matchup. I've got Life Orb, Scizor, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, Superpower, Protect. Mega Swampert. Oh, I guess you bring Salamence anyway because you click Earthquake next to Salamence. Okay. And then Mixed Cocoa, Electrium Z. So I also have 2 Z moves on this team, which is always an interesting calculation. Just gotta get an opponent. And yeah, probably only one game with this team, but if I load up into like mono grass or something and I just can't justify bringing Swampert, then I'll get another one. Mono tag team in 2018, that would be interesting. We're not going to get there. It's the second last day of the month. It's the last day that I'm giving to recording this format. But imagine if I had gotten all the way to thinking about that. Gengar, Incineroar, Feeny, Kartana, Landorus, Tyranitar. Kartana, I'm not thrilled to see a Kartana, but Swampert's pretty strong into a lot of the rest of this. How do I beat Kartana? How do I beat Kartana with this team? With Salamence. Can I lead like Can I do like Politoed, Ludicolo, Mence, Swampert? Politoed, Ludicolo, Mence, Swampert. They have Tyranitar. They can change the weather. But Swampert should be able to come in on Tyranitar. Ludicolo can click Ice Beam into Kartana. I'm just going to try it. This might be the kind of matchup that forces a second game. An opponent who also has weather, but we'll see. I think I want to just Energy Ball this Feeny, to be honest. And I'm going to go out to Swamp... Yeah, I'm going to go out to Swampert anticipating something like that. They do take away Ludicolo's Swift Swim immediately. They also trap it on the field with Swampert, so I can't get the rain back up right away. I do get a lot of damage into Tyranitar. It's weakness policy Tyranitar. Of course it is. What do I mean, of course it is? Okay, it's not Mega Tyranitar on this team, so I guess weakness policy was reasonable. That's what I mean. I don't know, Protect on Ludicolo. Just Energy Ball. I also think I'll just Earthquake, even though I hit my own Ludicolo. I just need Swampert to do big damage into these ground weak mons. I do get the Earthquake right after Gengar's Icy Wind. It KOs both of the opponent's Pokemon and not my own Ludicolo. I'm no longer trapped. Swampert is at -1 speed, but... Oh, and there's Kartana. I can get weather control for the rest of the game, but I'm kind of just feeding it a Beast Boost if I do. Might be worth anyway. Hydro Vortex, not useful here. I'll take an Energy Ball into Feeny if they let me, and yeah, I'll just go out to Politoed. I am worried about the Kartana snowballing, but I think I need rain to stay in this game, really. They Bloom Doom Politoed. The good news is they don't KO Ludicolo. Actually, they do with that Moonblast. Never mind. But now I get Intimidate into Kartana. I get Swampert with Rain. I can Earthquake. I might still lose to Feeny. Also, Salamence... Okay, this is one thing that's weird about this team. I definitely think I'm supposed to bring Salamence and Swampert together, because Salamence is the only ground immunity on the team. We saw that my own Earthquake really does very little to Ludicolo, so I guess that's an option as well. But Salamence doesn't have any useful attacks before it Mega Evolves. I mean, Frustration will still hit pretty hard, but it's not Stab or anything. It's actually flat out bad into Kartana. I think I have to Superpower the Kartana. That's so suspect, though. I'm just going to click my spread moves. Kartana takes that Earthquake so well. I guess I had to Superpower it. Yeah, it is weird to me that the only flying type on this Mega Swampert team kind of has to Mega Evolve itself. I don't understand that part of the team, and I didn't really think about it properly before I locked in for this game. Mega Swampert still went kind of nuts, though, getting those 2 KOs. It just couldn't handle the Kartana in the end game. I guess Scizor would have been helpful into that. But again, if I bring Scizor and I don't bring Salamence, I know now that I can click Earthquake next to Ludicolo. That did very little friendly fire damage there, but... I don't know, this team's not complete. Where's this team from? Top 64 Nashville Open. I have no idea what the Nashville Open was. The word open doesn't mean anything to my started playing VGC in 2020 brain. I don't know. The team made choice. This team has choices made in the builder that surprise me. But that doesn't mean it's bad. Might just be that I'm bad. But I'm a little bit puzzled by that Salamence Swampert dynamic. Anyway, there we go. Now I've used Mega Swampert as well. If I get the chance, maybe I'll tack a little bit more onto this video, but if this is the end... I've had a lot of fun with VGC 2018. I'm always down to see more past formats come back on Pokemon Showdown for a little while. Like I said, the first time I ever played a VGC format was in 2020. So going back to the olden days, to Pokemon games that I'm familiar with, but VGC formats that I've never played or usually even watched before. It's a fun adventure. I'm sure I'll be back to this when they add another one, eventually. I've been trying on the channel to share what my favorite teams have been along the way in VGC 2018. The Charizard Y team with Venusaur, the Charizard Y team with Eevee, the Mega Tyranitar team that partially inspired this thumbnail, the Mega Gengar one with Meowstic. So part of me hopes I've inspired someone else to also give this format a try, but either way, it's been a blast. Alright, here's the bonus content. One more. Couldn't help myself. This is in my head rent-free. This is my last VGC 2018 team during the spotlight. I'm actually recording this the next day, so it is the last day of the month now. Not even for much longer. It's pretty late in the day. Mega Glalie with Moody shenanigans. The idea is to get a lot of setup with Moody. It loses Moody, of course, as soon as it Mega Evolves. So the idea is to get a lot of setup with Moody, if I can, then Mega Evolve, then go nuts. It's probably bad. It's certainly gimmicky. It should be fun. In fact, it's so gimmicky, I actually think the better set would probably be a special attacker with Freeze Dry and, like, a hidden power. But at that point, why am I Mega Evolving it? But I want to Mega Evolve it, so... I have Return on a physical set to try to take advantage of Refrigerate, but there's not really a good special attack to pair with Refrigerate. I guess I could put Hyper Beam on this set. Hey, maybe I should. But I need Protect. I need Ice Shard. I probably need non-zero coverage. Maybe I just drop the coverage and I just Hyper Beam. Food for thought. Electrium Zed, Tapu Koko, complementary coverage with Glalie. The idea is these two are the offense in the late game. And then I just copied a Clefairy set and an Assault Vest Incineroar set from sample teams. Clefairy, Smeargle, and Incineroar all can help Glalie set up. Most likely the mode I bring is like Glalie, Clefairy, lead. Keep Glalie healthy as long as I can. Get Moody boost, do the same thing with Smeargle, and then Koko in the back. Complementary offense. I also have Landorus for complementary offense with a Choice Scarf. Needs to be at level 50. I copied this from a sample team. I don't know why it's not at level 50 already, but here we go. My final games. Or maybe just one game. We'll see how I'm feeling. Of the VGC 2018, July 2025. Spotlight ladder. I hope my mic is working. It is. Good. I think it might rain. I hope not. I want to go get ice cream after this from an outdoor-ish ice cream shack that closes when it rains. Wish me luck, folks. I think ice cream after a Glalie team would be pretty appropriate, huh? I did wait until the very end of the ladder. I hope someone else is playing it. I'm going to stop talking here and I'm going to cut out the rest of this wait. I think there might be exactly 2 other people playing this ladder right now. I hope one of them looks for a match after their current one finishes. And I do think we're only getting 1 game with Mega Glalie. Serves me right for waiting until the last few hours of the ladder. I got an opponent, and it is one of those 2. So I think there are only 2 other people playing this ladder right now. That wait felt not too terribly long, like a few minutes probably, but not more than that. Well, given that this is probably the only game I'm getting, this is so scary. It's a Gengar kommo-o team. I'm just going to lead exactly the mode that I said. Maybe Landorus would be better here, but... Actually, do I even need Tapu Koko here? Fairy-type damage into kommo-o is nice. Yeah, alright. It's the mode that I said. Sorry, Landorus. 1 game with Mega Glalie. Let's see what happens. I'm glad I did the Mega Ampharos team yesterday, though. On the second last day of the month, and not the actual last one. kommo-o can just throw off a Clangorous Soul Blaze. If it does that, it does no damage to Clefairy, but it does do damage to Glalie. I guess I always protect Glalie here. It'll still get chipped, but it's not the end of the world. Just follow me. I guess there was no reason not to protect Clefairy there as well. Alright, I can synchronize the protect with Glalie and buy more turns. Here's Incineroar. That's not great. That can fake out Glalie. The kommo-o might have, like... Focus Blast. It might. Some do, some don't. I lose... Speed. Okay, I thought that was Special Defense. That which would have really been bad. Opponent says, excuse me in chat. Kind of want to go for a double protect, but I think that's silly. Honestly, I'm down to click Ice Shard. And do like 2 points of damage to kommo-o. And I'll protect Clefairy here. I still have the protects unsynchronized then. They fake out Glalie. What do they do with kommo-o? What do they could Flamethrower Glalie? They're Clanging Scales. Alright, Glalie survives, but already it's getting dicey. And I lose Special Defense for real this time, and my speed is dropped. I'm going to protect. I'm going to follow me. Why did I do that? I could just... The way I'm playing this makes no sense. Incineroar's off the field now. I don't know if that's good or bad for me. Glalie has lost points in like every stat that would be useful here. I get Special Defense here, so I can probably take another Clanging Scales. Actually, I can follow me and Ice Shard Landorus here. Well, Mega Glalie was obviously going to be a gimmick, but yeah, this is not quite going the way I hoped. kommo-o protecting here is good. That gives Glalie some cover. Just like nothing, the Landorus, but Glalie doesn't take any damage this turn. Incineroar's back. But hey, I lose Special Defense. I gain Attack, but I've taken so many Intimidates you wouldn't even know it. Now I can protect both of my Pokemon, though. Hey, I did say Special Glalie was probably better, but I just wanted something that would make Refrigerate usable. Fake Out goes into Clefairy this time. The Clanging Scales. How many PP does that have? They're halfway through. Not ideal. Oh, I got an Evasiveness boost. Alright, now we're gaming. I still don't want to Mega Evolve yet if I can avoid it, right? Maybe I actually need Smeargle here. Because if Glalie gets through this turn... I don't know. They protect kommo-o. But if they're protecting when I'm not protecting, then they're not getting that spread damage into Glalie anymore. And I can just keep stacking up boosts. I get accuracy, which is pretty useless. I lose speed, but now I get free protects again. None of this matters if I never actually Mega Evolve. They have Flamethrower. Huh. Okay, that's a problem actually, because any one fire attack will knock out Clefairy now, right? I think it's time to Mega Evolve. I feel like this isn't enough boosts, but I think it's time to... But I'm down speed and I'm down attack. It's so bad. I do have an evasiveness boost. I think Glalie only gets to this turn if they miss something or I Mega Evolve, right? No, you know what? I think I just need them to miss. Knock out Clefairy with kommo-o. Incineroar. Takes like nothing from Earthquake. Knocks out Glalie with Flare Blitz. All that for that damage. I think it took more from Recoil. And here's what I have in the back. I can fake out kommo-o and Dazzling Gleam. Maybe... I'm going to fake out Incineroar. I think kommo-o might protect here. Yeah. Good news is Tapu Koko is immune to Clanging Scales, so Follow Me Smeargle is actually kind of strong here. Smeargle gets an evasiveness boost for Moody. Wait, it's not over. In fact, I can double protect here. And give Smeargle another boost if I want. I think I'm better off just going for the Dazzling Gleam into kommo-o. I still need to do damage to that eventually, right? Every time I think Mega Glalie, or this is my first time using Mega Glalie in a VGC format. Every time I think Glalie with Moody will be funny, something like this happens. It's a real shame. kommo-o is faster than Tapu Koko. It also can protect, but it doesn't really gain anything by doing that this turn, so I can just Dazzling Gleam anyway. This is always what happens when I think Moody Glalie will be a funny gimmick. Mega Evolving did say... I never actually clicked the Mega Evolution button, did I? I just kept trying to stack more boosts. Or really more relevant boosts, like losing attack and speed so much made me not want to do the thing. Alright, we'll lose kommo-o here. That was my last game of VGC 2018, maybe ever. Maybe I'll leave this part out of the video and you don't see it, who knows. Ooh. Anyway. I had fun with this format. Mega Ampharos team kind of worked. On to whatever's next. Because I think there are no more games to be had in this.